When you have been betraying yourself for years or however long, there's layers that you have to pull back and understand in order to break that pattern, in order to break that habit of betraying yourself or choosing other people over you or choosing things or situations over yourself. I think it's important to understand when it comes to a habit and breaking a habit or breaking a pattern. First, you have to understand why you started that pattern in the first place, what felt safe about that pattern, what made you feel like you deserved to be in that pattern. For example, right, if you know in your heart that you're an entrepreneur, but you constantly push that down and show up to work every day and don't take any action at all towards your goals and your dreams or your passions or whatever the case may be, that is you ignoring yourself and betraying yourself every time you get up and don't do anything for yourself. Or if you have relationships in your life that you know don't align to you, or you know that it's hurting you to keep that person in your life, no matter who it is, whether it's platonic or romantic, and you keep them in your life because you think you need them, or you think you care about what other people are going to say once you release that connection. That is a form of betraying yourself and telling yourself that you're not worthy enough or powerful enough to stand alone or be to yourself or choose the right people for you. And I think it's important to understand, in order to break those patterns, first you have to understand to cut those patterns out. But then, for example, cutting those people off, walking away from that job or whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying that you have to do it cold turkey, but I think it's important to put one foot in front of the other and take a chance on yourself, or show yourself that you're powerful enough and strong enough to stand alone. Because when you do, you will see that you actually are, and that you only really need yourself and your spiritual team, or the universe, or God, or whoever you believe in, or whatever you believe in. And I think it's important to understand that when it comes to breaking patterns or habits that you have been doing for years, or you've been doing for a long time, in order to feel safe, or in order to feel an illusion of comfort, or whatever the case may be. But I think it's important to understand the deep-rooted reason on why you chose those people, or why you chose those situations, or whatever the case may be. For example, for me personally, I realized when it came to relationships in general, I was